Hello everyone, my name is Anna Henricks. I go to SIUE and this presentation is for IT-300 section 701 for tech demo number 4 and case study number 4 with Mrs. Jones and her 4th grade geography class. So the website that I thought would be the best technology suited for this case study was Kadem Academy. It can be used for all grade levels, so K through 12. And it can be utilized for instructional design, classroom management, differentiation, which is the main point of this case study, and also just good lesson planning and instructional design. So it's also an excellent option if you want to keep track of each individual student's progression throughout the semester because it gives you that option. Later on, I'll show you how to look at that. And then also, teachers have the option to upload and download the assignments to keep copies if they need to. And they can also create standard-based assignments, and they can draw up lessons and resources from each individual site, so they can scroll through different websites and find different stuff that they think would suit their students best with the right standards. Also, they can also provide the clear directions and examples to their students by uploading videos, PDFs, and pictures so the students have a better idea of what they're going to be doing for their assignments. And the teachers can keep track of the students' progress, that's what I said before, and they can always view and analyze their data as a group. For the whole class, they can keep a track of all their students' grades at once, or they could go through a list of individual grading as well. So, and also the students can also keep track of their progress throughout their semester as well, so they can see how they've been improving or what they need to work on throughout the semester as well. So they can ask questions to their teacher for those too. And the teachers are able to see who's struggling, progressing, or maybe they're somewhere in the middle to help plan their lessons accordingly to those students' needs. All right. And to begin, once you've logged in, it'll have you create your first class, which is where that big red arrow is pointing at. So after clicking on that button, it gives you the option to add your class name, grade, and subject, which I've already done. I did Miss Jones' class for geography in 4th grade, which is where that template's at right there with the little globe. So after completing that, it leads you to the screen right here. This is considered your main screen, also known as the home page and classes page. So this is where you'll see, this is what you'll see every time you log in for your class. So, and there's also that little house icon over there that's gonna be what you click on if you want to go back to this page if you click on something else on the other side tabs. So, let's see. After I clicked on Ms. Jones's class, this template right here, it brings me here, which is the screen right here, and this is where you'll add your students or groups. It gives you the option at the top of the screen there. If you want to make groups of students for group projects, or if you want them to work individually, that's totally up to you. And that will be good for group activities and presentations. Also, there's an option at the top where I have that red arrow pointing at. Let me move myself out of the way. There we go. Where that red arrow is pointing at, that gives the teacher the option if they want to sort the list of students by their first name, if it makes it easier for them that way. Also, on the side of the screen where it's there's a list of options over there to choose from when deciding what to do for your class, and that includes the classroom, which is the main page, or this page right here where your students are going to be listed. The class is up above that with the little house. That's the main page. Below the classroom is going to be announcements, planner, reports, and then settings if you want to tweak anything. And then your curriculum, and then your content at the very bottom. All right. So after I click on the little announcements tab over here, it's going to take you to the screen. So this is where teachers make announcements. Pretty self-explanatory. They'll just type it in that white box right there, and they can add anything, any files they want to attach. They can do voice recordings, videos, pictures, and then attached files, or they can they can even add emojis if they want. Totally up to them. And then they'll click that post button, and then their announcement will look like this at the bottom where I made an announcement. And students also have the option to react with an emoji, or they can comment if they have any questions about what the announcement is or anything of that sort. And that will help the teacher react to them if they have any questions for that. So that's about it for the announcements. For the planner, that's going to be the next tab down. I'm going to click on that, and that leads me here. So this is a screen it takes you to every time you click on the planner button. So this is where the excuse me, the teacher can see how many new assignments that are due today, any late assignments that have been turned in, or anything that's completely done. There's going to be those icons up at the top with the blue, yellow, red, and green check marks and clocks. That's going to be where the teacher can see all of those, like how many were turned in that certain category. So also there is like a calendar, like those list of dates right there with the April 13th through the 17th. You can scroll up and down as far as you need to plan accordingly to your schedule and basically see what due dates are coming up, and if you need to send out an announcement as a reminder, the students will see that as well. And the students get their own planners too. They don't get to see like stuff. Well, I think actually I take that back. They do get to see the stuff that's due up there. So if they have any late assignments they've turned in, they'll see it up there that it's late. They can always ask questions to teachers as well if they need to tweak that. But yeah, the students get to see their own personalized planners of what's due and what's not due. So also there's this no curriculum my face is in the way. There we go. So the no curriculum content, if you just click the button, like if you scroll down a little bit, there's a button right there, you can add content. That's for the teacher only, so they can scroll through the list of stuff and add it to each day. And I'll, let's see, I'll get back to that in a moment. So after I click on that add to curriculum button, it's going to take me here. I'll move myself back down. Okay. It's going to take you here, and it gives you these three options if you want to choose an activity, an assessment, like a quiz or a test, or a presentation for the class to see. So I chose activity, and that's going to lead you here. Yeah, it's going to lead you to this screen right here. So this is where you can like filter out different ideas of what you want to add to your curriculum. You can also search if you've already created multiple ones, and then, or you can create one completely from scratch, and you're going to press that blue create button right there with the red arrow pointing up at it. So that will help you choose which best activity will suit your classroom or your needs for that. And then I created one already, and that's why I have Miss Jones's classes curriculum down there. And they'll all go up in this row where it says courses. And then later on when you go to my content, all of your stuff and curriculum info will be in that category, so it lists out everything in a list of organized stuff. It makes it easier to get through. So that is how you create curriculum stuff or things for your curriculum. And it also gives you standards that you can go through as well. So let's see. After that, you can click on this little heart icon over here, and that's your favorites. I went through and picked out a few different ones for Miss Jones' class for the geography. Sorry, I blinked out for a second. It also gives you the option to make playlists and also assignments up at the top where I have that arrow pointing up over there. That gives you the option to look at those too, or create anything over there. All I've done so far is favorite a couple of videos and then a lesson plan to help me figure out what I wanted to do for my curriculum. So that helped out with that. Let's see. And if you ever want to go back to that, you'll just click on the heart icon over there on the side that it's all blue now. I clicked on that. And this helps you personalize your curriculum in your own way. Alrighty, so next we're going to click on the reports, which is going to be this little book kind of thing. And that's going to lead you to this screen. So this is where all the analytics of your class's grades, assignment standards, and groups will be found. And also, if you scroll down, it'll list off more, but this is just the main part that I wanted to look at. So this shows the overall analytics of literally everything you've done all semester. You can also filter out whether you want to look at it for the week or the month, and also it gives you the option up at the top there where it says download reports. I have a red arrow pointing up at that as well. That gives you the option to download all of it to your computer if you wanted to print anything out. So that way, if your boss or your principal needs anything, then you'll be able to give it to them that way. Or you can download the file and email it to them, whatever's easiest for you. You can also, if you click on the little three dots on each tab here, it'll give you the option to look at individual students' grades or groups or the whole class. I have it on the whole class right now. And there's like the barely even moved on because I only created one curriculum. But yeah, overall you'll get more information will come up once you progress throughout the semester, obviously. So that is for the reports if you needed to keep track of anything like that, and that helps a lot for like seeing how the whole class is doing versus each individual student, so you can compare and like try to form and assess your students correctly by like how everyone's doing, and like form your presentations and assignments accordingly as well. Alrighty. So with all that being said, I think Kidam Academy is the best technology for Mrs. Jones' geography class because it's super versatile. Like I said, it can be used K through 12. It's great for individual instructional design, lesson planning, classroom management, and differentiation, which is the key subject in this case study. Ms. Jones can create standard-based assignments and also draw up lessons from multiple different sites to help keep all the students engaged in different ways according to their learning abilities. And she can also keep track of each student's individual process or progress, as well as the class's progress as a whole all throughout the entire semester. So that will help her figure out how she wants to build up her lessons plans and also keep all of the students engaged. Alrighty, well, thank you all for listening.